This little clap of the ass.
Stop.
I'm on it. I'm on it this week, baby. You ready?
Oh, yeah, baby.
All right, here we go. It is June 29th. It's a Wednesday. We're back on our normal schedule. And you are listening now to episode 49 of When Worlds Collide. And before we get started, you know how we start these things.
Oh, like always.
Ooh, baby.
Ooh, baby. Cheers, everyone. If I can get this can open.
Ooh, that was a nice little crack McGee, my guy.
Yeah, it's got woke up feeling sexy, or woke up sexy again.
No doubt about it, Mr. Fisherman. Cheers, buddy.
Mm-hmm. Cheers, chat. Happy Wednesday. Oh, it's actually pretty good.
All right, so before we get into this gaming news, I just need to address the elephant in the room.
There's an elephant?
Oh, big ass elephant, dude.
Oh my god.
I was a bitch last week, all right? Not only was I 60% brain capacity, I was 60% energy, so I'm going to make up for it this week. 120 energy. I'm here, chat. I'm here, Spotify. I'm here, Apple Podcasts. All right? Energy is here this week. Fish, ride me on into the gaming news. Let's go, baby.
Ooh, baby. Do we got nothing but good news this week for gaming? Said it sarcastically. But before we get into that, I got a little gaming question of the day. And it has to do with a very specific company that we all know and love, quote unquote.
Love.
And my question is, do you think Activision Blizzard is going to come out on top in the gaming industry in the near future?
I mean, I'm going to say yes, just because I don't think they have any reasonable competition that's going to like knock them down from the top. I mean, they have big titles coming out that have a lot of promise, allegedly. But like, what else? Especially this year, that, you know, it's just between Xbox and PlayStation has been dry as fuck.
Oh yeah.
Like, who else is going to really compete with the next Call of Duty, the next iteration of Diablo, the next iteration of Overwatch? You know, like, they own all the big titles coming the rest of the year. Like, what's going to compete with that? So how can they not end up on top?
That's a fair point. I would agree with you in spite of all the allegations and lawsuits that they've gone against, but I want to be hopeful for this company. I just can't see it though. You know, it's just the one thing that always irked me about Activision Blizzard's releases and the news that they come out with is they always just talk about how great everything's going for their game and everything. So it's long story short, I want to believe them, but I really just can't, you know. So I don't think that they come out on top as much as we want them to.
So I'll start with this: allegations and different crimes or whatever. As much as we're gonna hate to say it, it's temporary.
Yeah,
we're gonna talk about this into sports a little bit, but it's temporary. A year from now, people won't even acknowledge that. Realistically,
I don't know about that. I mean, people got a long memory.
Yeah, people got a long memory until the next big title drops, and then they forget about it. This
company's special though.
Just like in sports, if somebody does some BS, they win a championship. What do they talk about? A year from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, they're talking about the championships. And
True.
In the gaming industry, a championship is a AAA game that hits a 10 out of 10. And
True.
I think Activision Blizzard has got one of the 3 titles that they have coming out in this upcoming fall-winter season is going to hit like that. You know, and maybe it's not Overwatch, maybe it's not Call of Duty, but I feel pretty confident in Diablo 4 that it's going to hit just right. And they've showed a lot of evidence of that already. You know, they showed gameplay on a Series X on console that looks stunning without frame drop, unlike some of the other titles that they showed on Series X. Starfield. But that being said, they also showed endgame content. So it's not something where their players, like all the Halo players, are wanting more constantly, right? There's not going to be a lack of content. They already have endgame built into it, and the game's not even released yet. It's gone gold already, I do believe, for a while now. So they're just continuing to add to this storied franchise. So I do believe that the golden egg, the golden goose of Activision and Blizzard for this year that will pinnacle them back on top will be Diablo 4.
Yeah, I definitely hope Diablo 4 is going to be good. And they had to come out with a statement saying that Diablo Immortals will be nothing like Diablo 4. So just reassure their fan base that they're not going to have any, predatory microtransactions, and you won't be spending $20,000 in the game just to progress.
Speaking of predatory microtransactions, I think I need to change my channel points because I've just gotten hit with another chug.
Oh, baby. Oh my God, Tink.
Speaking of predatory microtransactions, my Twitch page just needs to be a whole reworked. They're all based about predatory microtransactions.
Yeah, dude, when you become a big streamer, you have to make those channel points a little more expensive.
Yeah. I think we probably got another 10 years.
Dude, we're on the road, baby. But speaking about Activision Blizzard, first news story of the day for gaming is the fact that Spellbreak, which is like a magic-based battle royale, it will be officially shutting down sometime in 2023. So they said early 2023. And this news came out afterwards that Blizzard acquired the studio, and they're basically absorbing its 100 employees into their own IPs, and they're going to work on like their games such as like World of Warcraft and Overwatch and whatnot. So it's a sad day for people who actually enjoyed Spellbreak. I know Brian and I played it a lot of times, Friday nights when we're just absolutely hammered, and it's just like one of those games that you just have fun with your friends and everything. So, I guess it's like more good news for Blizzard if they can, peacefully transfer these employees to work on their own games, because that just means that these games will just have higher quality of development, hopefully, in the future. But did you ever play Spellbreak before or no?
Yeah, I fucked with Spellbreak. I think this is an L for the gaming community as a whole. We've talked. No, to be honest with you, like we've talked about this on Hidden Gems, how impactful independent or small like groups of developers are into the gaming industry, and by Blizzard absorbing this company, shutting down what they're working on, I think you're just getting less diversity and variety into the field of gaming in general. So I think this is an L for the gaming community as a whole. You're taking away somebody that these 100 individuals that had a vision for something that was unique. And I mean, I don't know the numbers, but for you and I, it was working. Like we both liked this game. Like, did it have its flaws? Yes, every game has its flaws. But I think you're shutting down 100 employees that had a unique vision that you hadn't seen before, especially in like a battle royale type game. So I think as a whole, it's an L for the gaming community.
Yeah, the CEO himself, like he basically said that we're proud that the fact that we're an independent company and that we fully envisioned the game that we made and everything, but they just didn't have the skyrocket numbers that they're hoping for when they released it. And the game basically hasn't been the
height of BRs.
Yeah, like when Fortnite was still on top and like PUBG was still a thing, and then like Apex was into the mix now.
That literally needs to be a let me rage. All these dumbass game developers are like, oh, there's 3 other FPSs releasing this month. Let's release ours too.
Weren't you? You're just giving them praise. Now you're calling them dumbasses. Come on now.
Well, I mean,
it's not them. It's the higher ups.
But release timing windows. We've talked about this before. How it killed Titanfall. Even though Titanfall is one of the best FPS games out there that nobody knows about.
I don't want to say nobody knows about. It was relatively popular when it came out.
Dude. But not nearly to the degree that it deserved.
Yeah, I mean, just Battle Royales in general
Especially
just completely
Titanfall
changed
2,
the
bro.
game.
Especially Titanfall 2, how damn good Titanfall 2 was. I bet you half the people that listen to this podcast or are watching currently haven't played Titanfall 2. At least half. I bet you at least half haven't. Chat, prove me wrong. If you played Titanfall 2, let me know. I just don't believe it.
Yeah, I didn't play Titanfall 2 until like I'd say like less than a year ago, and I only played like the campaign, and that was like when news came out when like hackers were completely like DDoS the server, so like nobody was able to play multiplayer at the time. So I just played the campaign, which is a great campaign. I absolutely love the campaign. It's very good.
So we got one here. Picus said he has not played Titanfall 2. So Picus, it should be on Game Pass. Play the campaign because the multiplayer is fucked. But play Titanfall 2 campaign. Don't worry about the first. The first honestly was a good start, but like it was more of like a beta experiment project than anything. But Titanfall 2 was excellent. It was from the people that left Infinity Ward after Modern Warfare 2. Exactly. So the people that made Modern Warfare and Modern Warfare 2, they left, they made Respawn. Then Respawn made Titanfall and Titanfall 2. Titanfall 1, like I said, was decent. Titanfall 2 was hitting on all the right spectrums.
Yeah.
The campaign for Titanfall 2, I'd argue is a top 10 all-time FPS campaign.
I liked the campaign a lot. I don't know if I got the same experience that you did, though. I don't know if I like rushed through it or what, but I finished it. I know it was like a shorter campaign. Like, I don't know, it was like a 6 to 8 hour campaign, not even. And there's like some really good parts in it, but I just like, I don't remember the campaign as a whole. Like, I don't even like remember like the entire plot of the campain. But that being said, like, bro, I still enjoyed it a lot. It was really good.
Fish, I'm telling you, you need to play it again. I didn't know I could love an object. Like I didn't know I could. I didn't know I could love a Titan, like a robot, right?
Oh yeah, BT. Yeah, BT's great.
Dude,
but still, you're coming from a guy. You're coming from a guy who I've played single player games all my life. So saying it's like a top 10 game for me is very hard. Coming from like Mass Effect, Dragon Age, Witcher, all those.
Oh, bro, see, I'm differentiating though. I said top 10 FPS campaign.
Ah, okay.
FPS.
FPS, yeah.
I mean, if we're gonna dive into the RPG realm, like we're gonna be down a rabbit hole for hours.
Right? Don't get me started.
See, so Massacre agreed. He said, "I enjoyed Titanfall 2. It was just hard to find matches. Good game, very underrated." I think. Yeah. I would argue that Titanfall 2 is the most underrated FPS game of all time.
I played so much more of Titanfall 1 just because it was so different. I know the campaign was terrible because it was just multiplayer put into a single player game, but like it was just so fun. The movement, just the mechs themselves, like the Titans, like holy shit, like you haven't done anything like that before, and it was just so well made.
It was literally like EA's or DICE or whoever's fault that it was trying to drop it in the middle of winter, like when you're going against Battlefield and Call of Duty.
Right, back in the day when they're still like stupidly popular.
Why do companies do that, bro? Just drop your shit in the middle of summer. Nobody else is playing any other shit.
It's because they have a quota they gotta fill. They gotta do it. It's not that they don't want to. Bro, and like the competition, competition generates profits for everyone. Okay.
That's what. All right, I'm calling for it right now. Give me a Titanfall remastered. Encompass 1 and 2 together.
That would be dope.
because they're not going to do it with how successful Apex is. Apex is literally Titanfall.
Yeah, dude. Well, since we're on the topic of Apex, might as well just go into this story now.
Go for it. I'm getting all worked up over here. You take the lead.
Get a little worked up over gaming news. But on the topic of Apex made by Respawn, people made Titanfall and everything. Apparently there is this is only on the Xbox platform. There is an input like lag bug going on with Xbox, and I can confirm it's happening because Brian, the guy I play with all the time, he has been experiencing it nonstop, and it's just been basically unplayable for him. So it's like basically whatever you're doing in the game is like delayed by like a half second, a quarter second. Like you shoot your gun, like a second later your bullet comes out. You open the door, like it opens up like a second later. So like everything is just super delayed.
Are you talking about Apex or Halo?
No, Apex. Yeah, get a little confused there for a second. Yeah, no, this is Apex, the game that generates literal billions of dollars every year. They can't seem to get their shit together as of lately. I wanted to bring this up because, I've been addicted to the game for like a solid like year and a half now, 2 years, and just these past few months has just been absolutely abysmal for the game. Like, it just like seems like the game's just going straight down the shitter for some reason. They like, on top of the input lag bug, you got characters not working, you have constant audio bugs, you have server issues. Cheaters are just like always up and down. Like, cheaters seem to like rise and then they're gone, then they rise and then they're gone, and it's just like, I don't know. There's just like so many issues plaguing the game right now, and it's just like not fun to play multiplayer games anymore. So I just my question to you is just like, being like a so-called like non-Apex player, do you think that like hearing all this shit would make you want to get into the game, or do you think it just needs to sit in the oven a bit longer before you like actually pick up the game again?
Well, first off, that bitch has been in the oven for a minute.
True. True.
Second, the more I hear about all these AAA games, studios and shit, the more I am thinking that the gaming industry as a whole is like the hospital healthcare system, right?
Oh yeah.
You have a job that needs 5 nurses, right? And you have 3. And you expect the same productivity. And I'm feeling like the same thing is happening in the game industry. You need 10 developers, you have 5. We expect the same productivity, and then we're going to charge microtransactions to encompass more revenue, right? Like, they're just gouging the consumer, they're gouging the developer. Like, I just feel like the whole gaming atmosphere, as far as games goes, is just toxic as fuck. Like,
it's just spiraling.
It's spiraling down, and like, not only like in the game development sphere, but like just the competitiveness of games now too. Like, you can't just have fun. I tweeted this the other day, dude. Like, I said, what happened to just having fun with video games? You can't do it anymore.
Fortnite ruined it. Let's be honest.
Fortnite didn't ruin it. Skill-based matchmaking ruined it. Skill-based matchmaking ruined it.
No, bro, it was all Fortnite. As soon as like they gave the chance for any player to win money at any level, that's when fun went out of the game. That's when it turned into a job. And then every person, with how successful Fortnite was and still is, everyone had that mindset going into every other game. They felt like they can't have fun. They just have to win every game and just sweat their asses off every single game, whether it's casual or ranked or whatever.
So you don't think PUBG had anything to do with this? This is
but
Fortnite's
like
fault.
they had tournaments, but that was for like pro teams at the time. Fortnite was like, obviously there's like smaller tournaments that were like community made, but in my mind, Fortnite was like the first official game that like allowed any player to like win money within their game just by playing the game. You didn't really have to go to like outside sources to sign up for tournaments. You just like go into it and qualify for cups, and if you qualify and win enough games, you get paid for it.
Bro,
that's why I think fun just ended right there.
I think it stems deeper than that. Like
it most definitely stems deeper than that.
I think it stems from skill-based matchmaking. I think that has been the death of like multiplayer video games. People just being able to have fun.
Yeah, no, that's definitely one of them. It's a multifaceted issue.
every time you boot up a multiplayer game now, it's with expectations. I expect my teammate to do X, Y, Z. I expect to win this amount of games. Whereas beforehand, I was booting up Modern Warfare 2. I was like, let's go fuck around and search and destroy. I'm gonna get XP. I got no rank to worry about. Win or lose, we're gonna have a good time. No worry about, there was no social standing, quote unquote, right? Now there's a social standing with all the ranked play, which ranked play is fine, but it needs to be differentiated between social playlists.
Yeah, that's why you separate them.
Halo is fucking killing their game because of this, because there's no differential between social and ranked. And I will stand by that till the day I die. Social, I should be able to get fucking drunk with my friends and have a good time playing Fiesta. I shouldn't be having to lean fucking forward with a kneeler and a gravity hammer, okay? To play fucking Fiesta with my friends. God damn it. I just want to go in, have a couple beers, have a good time, enjoy Halo like I did when I was a fucking 12-year-old, all right? I'm getting all worked up. Let me rage. God damn it.
I was gonna say it was a nice little impromptu rage session.
I'm all red in the face, fish.
Dude,
Skill-based matchmaking out of video games. It's bullshit.
I'm completely with you. Like literally, the only difference between social and ranked now is the fact that in ranked it gives you a number or like a ranking system. That's literally it. There's no difference anymore. No matter what game you play, you're gonna have to put your deodorant sticks on so you don't sweat through your shirt, and that's how bad it's gotten these days.
Yeah, I think I'm okay now. Sorry for that.
It's a little breather. Let's take a little beer sip here.
Oh, yeah, I took a couple. I needed a couple.
All right, I think we moved on from that. I know that.
I think we moved on from that. Oh baby.
Well,
Wow.
moving along, because we'll just we'll pop a blood vessel if we keep going, but we might get back to that soon.
One blood vessel.
Maybe 2 or 3. Who knows? But staying on the topic with Overwatch, I know we deviated a bit, but Xbox users right now can enjoy playing Overwatch 2 early access before its October release. And the way you do that is you can only get early access if you purchase the Waypoint pack off of the store. And this pack costs $40 for a game that's supposedly free-to-play multiplayer. I don't know how I can wrap my head around that. But is this game?
The 40's a little steep.
I don't even know what you get with $40. I just saw the price tag and I just immediately
I'd imagine you're
gonna
get cosmetics and maybe like season 1 battle pass or something like that.
I think it's literally just only early access before October, and you're basically just beta testing it at that point.
Bro, there's no I want to say there's no way, but like I would not be surprised at the same time.
Oh, that's what my question of the day was. Like, do you think Activision Blizzard is coming out on top in the near future, and then we get hit news
I'm glad
this?
I'm glad I didn't pull all my chips on Overwatch, all my chips on Diablo, which looked excellent. Tusky, hello, by the way, buddy.
I'm still really hopeful for Diablo 2, but my question is this a true free-to-play sequel that they're advertising if they're charging you money to get early access? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, what do you think on it?
I think yes, because they're gonna have to create revenue somewhere, and that's gonna be in cosmetics, early access, wherever they can gouge you for additional shit that the common player is not going to worry about. People like us are going to worry about it because more you than I, because I didn't really play too much Overwatch 1, but they're going to try to gouge their fan base, the loyal fan base, for their money because they know they'll be able to get it out of them. Whereas, free to play, they're going to try to draw in the casual fan. So they're trying to gouge the people that got them to the status that they're at right now, basically. Is the way I look at it, which is backwards as fuck, but that's how it works, right?
With what I'm saying, or with what I've been seeing lately, it's just like it seems like everyone is just like worried for the company and that they're just like trying to make money wherever they can, and that's like with their new WoW expansion for Dragonflight, like they're charging people $70 for that, and they're charging $40 for you to basically beta test their game that's coming out in a few months. And it just I don't know, I just don't understand it. Like, they even said themselves, like, they're getting rid of the loot box system and they have a battle pass. Battle passes are fine. You pay $10 for however many months. I'm fine with battle passes.
You have to get the battle pass with this $40 titty McGee.
I'm gonna have to look at the details again, but I didn't see what you got with it. But it's just it's completely baffles my mind how just they're basically just throwing this in their face. And even the articles I read, they made it seem that it was an Xbox Insider program. If you're part of Xbox, you can play the multiplayer right now.
That's what I thought too when I read the brief description I saw on whatever it was, Twitter or whatever.
Yeah, so it's just all these predatory articles and everything. You could play it right now, and then I looked up everything how to do it, and then I finally found out it's just you have to pay $40 to get whatever the hell the watch point pack is. And
side note, can we get a different adjective aside from predatory? It
is predatory.
I know. I just think predatory. And I just think like old dude, like young people.
It's
You know what I mean?
different contexts.
I know it is, but okay, I'll kick you down to elusive or like
Trying to think of another adjective.
We need adjectives, chat. Anybody got adjectives out there?
Kind of convolusive. What? How do you say it?
Convoluted.
Convoluted. Yeah, convoluted. That's
okay.
What it is.
All right, dude. Convoluted, bro.
Almost got it right.
Yeah, you got English class up in this bitch on When War Was Clyde, episode 49.
6th grade reading level, baby. Let's go. And I got an eyelash stuck in my eye.
I don't even read. I listen to audiobooks.
I can't read.
Well, I can't read.
Oh, I'm blind right now, Carl. I can't read, actually.
Actually, do you need me to read for you?
Yeah, read real quick. I'm adjusting.
All right.
There we go.
Well, let's move on past Overwatch stuff, and we'll get back on to fucking Halo. So a couple of things with Halo here. Do you want to start with the good or the bad?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the good because I want to see you rage at the bad.
Okay, I was gonna say, like, honestly, like, the good is kind of bad. The good is like infuriating for me.
It is.
Go ahead.
That's how I worded it.
Yeah, just go ahead.
Yeah, so basically, Fall Guys, the recently free-to-play game.
We have more Halo content in other games than Halo. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, well, you basically just said it all. But Fall Guys is having a crossover event with Halo, and I believe it either starts today or tomorrow. It's weird how my Twitter feed set it up, because it said a day ago, today on my Twitter feed, but it's not today because I looked on the store for Halo and on Fall Guys, and there's nothing there yet. But I think it's in the Master Chief Collection right now. So I'm pretty sure it's tomorrow.
So for Halo 3, you can get the Fall Guys backpack today.
Yeah.
For Fall Guys getting the Halo stuff, I think that starts this weekend with their 4th of July event.
Oh, okay. Because the way that I don't know, my Twitter feed doesn't get the dates right on it. So sometime in the coming days, we'll get the Halo crossover event with Fall Guys. And my raging question for you, is this the content Halo needs right now? Are you going to buy any of the skins in Fall Guys, or are you just going to get angry again?
Are you baiting me right now?
A little bit. A little bait on the hook. Little minnow.
Let me take another sip of this Rockstar. Take my glasses off for this one.
Oh, God.
Halo.
Oh, God.
Halo.
Halo, Halo, Halo.
Halo, Halo, Halo. I appreciate all the crossover events. Can we get a crossover event maybe in Halo Infinite?
Your newest game?
Your newest game that...
Under a year ago?
8 months ago that you've done nothing with. It's worse in Season 2 than it was in Season 1. Season 3 might be the legitimate release date for this game. Forge... I'm going to say this. Halo 343... No, not even Halo. Excuse me for even saying Halo. 343.
Yeah.
Get your shit together. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
Because everyone and their brother loves Halo and wants to support you, and you keep just jabbing us in the goddamn stomach. All right?
We're begging you. Please.
I'm on my knees. You can't see it right now, but I'm on my knees. I've been on my knees this whole podcast. All right?
We just want a good game to play. Fun. Stuff to do. Stuff to grind for. Game works properly.
When it works, it's excellent. But guess what? Speaking of Halo Infinite Desync not getting it fixed anytime soon. Go ahead, Fish. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say.
Well, yeah, with what Carl said, there's been a desync issue going on in Halo Infinite, and according to senior sandbox designer Brian Berryhill, he took to Reddit after reading some comments about people complaining about melee collision in game, and he basically says
cries himself to sleep reading Reddit comments.
I'm sure he's a great guy, but he basically said he appreciates the community in bringing up all these issues, known and unknown, to the studio.
Yeah, I'm sure they're unknown. Yeah, you're full of shit, Brian. All right,
but he basically said that the issue may not be fixed in the near future because employees are being allocated to fix other issues within the game. So don't expect this melee desync to be fixed anytime soon. So Undead, you actually have warranted complaints every time we play Halo now.
His warranted complaints can be solved by shooting his BR, but he doesn't know how to do that.
Yeah, right? It's just doing any other mechanic in the game, but he thinks with his fists. There's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah. Like a pubescent boy, you know?
Oh my god.
Tell him to stop thinking with his dick.
Just can't do it.
Well, what do I do now?
Don't worry. In a few years, he'll probably grow out of it.
So you're telling me I have to shoot my BR, not melee with it?
I have to shoot a gun in an FPS? What? Makes no goddamn sense.
Oh, buddy guy.
So another beautiful week in gaming. Just nothing but great news. Just stars and rainbows all over the place. And, we just bring you nothing but the best here at When's World Collide.
Yeah, looking like a Weenie Hut Jr. over here. It's a beautiful sight.
The 343 is that Super Weenie Hut Jr.
Oh, dude, there's no doubt about it. I might have to quote you there, guy. That's excellent. 343 at Super Weenie Hut Jr.
Just like Photoshop, like SpongeBob's face sitting at the little table, and it's just like 343 logo on his face.
Oh, dude, we just do a side by side. We do like the Salty Spittoon, and we put Bungie, and then we hit Super Weenie Hut Jr. and it's 343.
Oh, that's perfect.
That's a viral tweet. If any of you fucks take that before we post it, I will gut you like a fish. I swear to God, I will hunt you down. I will find you.
And I will find you.
Yeah, a little Benchwarmers reference.
You're in the bushes.
I appreciate that you caught that, my guy.
Oh, yeah, dude. Classic movie.
All right, man. Well, thankfully Undead's not here to bitch about it. We're going to hop into sports.
Hell yeah. Nice little switch of gears.
Yeah, but so we're going to be all over the place a little bit. Like we're, genie in bottle kind of deal.
Yeah.
So for our sports question of the day, guy, I got 3 questions posed to you, so you can answer them in order here. Have you ever been in a fight during a sporting event? Football, baseball, basketball, any fights?
I got in a few tussles in football and lacrosse, but like not any
tussles.
Yeah, a couple tussles. I wouldn't call them fights, because I would just like knock the guy down and we would just walk away after that. But nothing like no like actual fists going at each other. But I would jab a couple people in the stomach with my my D pole in lacrosse. Not that kind of D pole. I was playing defense on the cross. It's called a D pole. 6 feet long, made of titanium.
You're walking yourself into a corner here, my guy.
I saved myself. I'm never caught lacking here. But I never actually got into an actual fight during a sporting event. What about you, though? I gotta ask. What about you?
So I'm gonna run through the questions with you, and then we'll get to me.
Okay.
I think everybody here knows I'm a D-gen. So since you were in a fight, what would be a justifiable reason for you to get in a fight during a sporting event? What would you think? What would set you off to actually be like, all right, I'm throwing hands?
Oh, for your teammates, bro. Easily. Played team-based sports. If your boy gets into a fight, you get in a fight. That's what teammates are for.
I respect the fuck out of that, to be honest with you.
Only reason that, or one guy just rubs you the wrong way, grinds your gears, and just pisses you off nonstop, and you just throw everything else out the window, and you just say fuck it and just go at him.
Hey, Fish, that's why you're on this podcast with me. I respect the fuck out of that. If you fuck with me, you fuck with Fish. Yeah.
You fuck with me, you fuck with all of us. Yeah. Dude, that's the best, just having team fights. And that's why I love watching like MLB people just like start going, just like throwing hands on the field and everything, and the refs are just trying to like keep everyone apart. Not gonna happen.
So I got one more question for you as far as the question of the day goes, and then this will all come full circle. I know everybody's probably like, Smalls, what the fuck are you ranting about right now?
Right.
So if you were in a fight, like, or you got ejected from a game, like, what's your go-to stress reliever post incident? Like, what's your first? You go in the locker room, you're like, all right, motherfucker, fuck that guy, like, what you get in the locker room? What's the first thing you want? You want a beer? You want a Zaza Pachulia? Like,
First thing I want is a goddamn shower after a game.
Okay,
That's
fair enough.
That's the first thing I want. I don't want to be smelling like shit and be pissed off at the same time. Those two things just don't go together. First thing, a hot shower, a nice long hot shower. You have your thoughts to yourself. You got like the steaming shower going on and everything, and just nothing else matters. After that, get a cold brew. Nice cold brew and sit in a nice comfy chair.
All right, so I'm gonna
let your problems wither away.
I'm putting you on the spotlight here, my guy.
Okay.
So what kind of brouhaha are you going for?
Dude, I don't know. I've been drinking so many different lately.
Yeah, so like if you had to identify one, what's hitting right now?
Dude, honestly, Great Lakes lagers. Can't go wrong with them. Big fan. Yeah, big fan of the Great Lakes lagers. I don't know why I like them so much, but they're so damn easy to drink. Can't get enough of them.
So, as I was saying before, everybody's probably like, hey, what are you getting on about, Smalls? Get to the fucking point. So, we had a story over the weekend where the Seattle Mariners and the Los Angeles Angels got into a little bit of a scuffle. And Jesse Winker got thrown out of the game. Outfielder for the Seattle Mariners got thrown out of the game for getting a little tussle. And funny enough, Seattle Mariners fan sent a pizza to Jesse Winker via Uber Eats. Shout out Uber Eats. But so that's kind of where this whole question of the day came from. Oh, and based on the question of the day, Carney thinks it should be called question of the week.
Oh yeah, I guess that makes sense.
I guess it makes sense too, but it
also makes sense for question of the day because it is on today.
Right. But when he said that, I was like, okay, maybe we'll give you a go. You're the sarcastic asshole that we need.
We don't put logic in this podcast. What the hell?
Well, yeah, so like that's kind of where this whole story stemmed from. A fan, like after this guy got thrown out of the game, bought him a pizza. I thought that was hilarious. That's where this question of the day stemmed from. So now I will answer these questions. Have I been in a fight in a sporting event? Yes.
Yeah, I know you've been for sure.
So sophomore year, I was playing safety for varsity. This guy was holding me literally every play. I told him if he did it one more time that I was going to hit him. So he held me again, punched him in the head a couple of times, and then kneed him in the nuts. Then did not see varsity the rest of the year.
Wait, really?
Yeah, it was like,
oh my god,
it was like game 6 out of 10. My sophomore year, I was playing varsity, like I said, and the last like 7 games I played JV because I kicked this kid's ass on the football field. You know, just that 2-2-1 combo. You know,
yeah.
Couple to the head while this guy got a helmet on. I'm sure that felt great.
Oh yeah, I mean it was warranted. You warned him too. You definitely warned him. He had it coming.
Yeah, I mean honestly, like if you have a helmet on and somebody's punching it, like the guy punching is the dumbass. I'm the dumbass in this situation.
Right? Yeah. It's like putting your hand against a brick wall.
That knee to the nuts though.
Yeah. Wasn't wearing a cup.
Second question: what is a justifiable action for fighting in sports? Anyone that goes at my teammate in a cheap way. If it's basketball, you're undercutting somebody. If it's football, you're chopping somebody or pulling a face mask or hitting low on a quarterback. I'm ready to throw hands, man. I'm like you said, if somebody's fucking with my teammate, you're fucking with me. So
yeah.
I'm all about that. I'll throw hands for any one of my teammates. Like your teammates, like if you have a good team and you're going to go places, your teammates are your brothers. So if somebody's fucking with my brother, then you're fucking with me. So anything like that, that's going to be a cheap action. I justify it fighting in sports, especially in football, man, where it's a physical contact sport. People may not agree with this. I don't give a shit. I'd be coming at your throat then. What would your stress reliever be post, fight, or ejection? I think I'm right there with you, Fish. I'm chugging a couple brouhahas.
Brouhahas?
Yeah, and then I'm rooting for the boys in the locker room. Give me a Busch Latte. Slam.
I was gonna say the Busch Latte is the go-to.
Yeah, give me a Busch Latte. You know, have Tink hit me with a chug. I'm all about it.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, Carl, you forgot. You just reminded me.
I know I still have to do my chug.
Oh no, not the chug. Something else.
What?
The bet.
Well, you didn't remind me to buy a Four Loko. I don't have a Four Loko here, like rarely available.
I forgot to until now. To be honest, you said chug, and I was like, wait, Carlos chug something. Got to remind chat, so they remind you too for next week. Oh, we can't do it because it's Hidden Gems. Fuck.
Hidden Gems is next week, and then after that's 50. We can't do it.
Oh my god.
I'll do
You're
it
lucky.
separately.
You're lucky.
I'll do it for a separate stream. I will do it. I'm a man of my word. Don't get it twisted.
I'm a man of my word.
B Blatt, what's happening, my guy?
Oh, I saw, dude.
Carl bitching out like normal.
No, he's just promising on a bet that he lost. He's got to, I guess, bong a Four Loko. Wasn't in the fine print, but he's going to bong it.
Bring me a local this weekend, bitch ass. I'll fucking slug that thing right in front of you.
I won't be here this weekend. I'm coming back next Monday.
Whatever. All right, well... Let's get into some of the sports news. How about it?
Hell yeah.
So one of the big things of controversy in the NFL lately is Deshaun Watson. There was a report that came out earlier this week that the NFL is looking for a year-plus suspension for Deshaun Watson.
Really?
Indeed. And he just recently started going under the NFL's, like... what do you call it? Like review protocol or whatever, conduct review, whatever it is, like the
misconduct review in this case.
Yeah, not conduct exactly. But so that started happening Tuesday, so we should have the ruling here shortly. So I just want to break it down for everybody that's not aware of the situation, how it works now in the NFL. So they brought in a third party, right? She has been a judge for many years, and now she has the jurisdiction to set the initial sentence, right? So
okay.
I'm not sure of her name, but let's just call her Amy, right? So hypothetically, Amy could say, all right, Deshaun Watson's getting 6-game suspension. And this is basically to wash the NFL's hands of giving out different suspension, right?
Yeah.
But what I've been hearing is that, quote unquote, Amy is, a previous judge, and by like the law, Deshaun Watson actually hasn't done anything wrong. So what I've been hearing is that Amy, quote unquote, wants to give him a very minimal suspension, whereas the NFL is pushing for a year plus. So this is where things get sticky, because if, quote unquote, Amy
I think we get it.
Right. Wants to give him a 6-game suspension. At that point, the commissioner can overrule that and extend it from 6 to 2 years, or whatever the hell he sees fit.
What?
But if Amy rules that it's a 0-game suspension, the commissioner cannot touch that.
Oh.
So
wow,
if there's
that is interesting.
So if there's no suspension given at all, Goodell can't touch it, but there is at least 1 game, then Goodell could adjust it in any way, shape, or form.
That's so weird. How does that even work?
So,
for one thing, why even make the third party if you are doing stuff like that? Like,
they're trying to take pressure off the Shield, aka the NFL.
Oh my god, that's so ridiculous. So
all these different suspension. Okay, go ahead. I'll answer whatever question you got.
What did Deshaun Watson do in the first place to warrant this misconduct? Do we know, or?
So he's had 24 civil lawsuits filed against him.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I completely forgot about that.
Yeah, I was about to say, Fish, you got me twisted, bro.
I know. I blinked for a second.
20 of which he settled at. 20 of which he settled at this point. So we still have 4 ongoing civil lawsuits. But basically, the NFL's code of conduct says if you put the NFL in a bad light anyway, like, they have the right to suspend you. But that's why they brought in this third party, to be non-differential, and just look at it from a purely like law standpoint. So now the rumors that are coming out is that the NFL wants for a year plus suspension, whereas, quote unquote, Amy, like I said, is actually looking at a much less suspension from that. So It's very conjumbled. This just started Tuesday, the whole review. So we'll see what comes of it. But I wanted to have a little bit of fun with this, like on a less serious note. With the Deshaun Watson case, obviously this is a very serious thing with sexual misconduct from him. I think we can all agree, like, whether or not he's legally guilty or morally guilty, like, he's a little bit of a sleazeball. Like, if you're paying, you know what I mean? I don't want to judge anybody, but I mean, if you're paying from sex, you gotta have a little bit of shit going on, right? Especially if you're a professional athlete where you can go fuck anybody you want. Like,
oh my god.
Like, honestly, you know what I mean? Like,
a little shit in the litter box.
There's a little bit of shit in the litter box. Thank you. That's great. I love that. A little bit of shit in the litter box. So anyways, we wanted to clean the litter box, and we wanted to have some fun with it.
Get the scoop out.
Yeah, we're going to scoop the poop, and we're going to have a little bit of fun with the conversation here. So, Fish, I want to play a little bit of a game with you and chat here, where we're going to give how many games suspension do these players get for these different actions, or you can make up your own suspension as we go. So the first one I got for you is, how many games suspension or whatever kind of punishment would you like to do if whoever was preparing your family dinner for the night, let's say Deshaun Watson, right? He's like, hey, Fish, I got you, bro. Come over to the crib. I'm going to prepare dinner. And you see him go take a piss. No water's running. Doesn't wash his hands. And then he's tossing the salad, bro. He's tossing his salad with his hands, right?
Oh my God.
And then he sets it on the table and goes, all right, Fish, eat up, bro. Like, I prepared this salad for you. How many games suspension is that for not washing your hands before preparing the family dinner?
First, you got to put it under review, okay? You got to analyze the situation at hand. You got to bring it into light.
You got to watch the live action replay.
Yeah, I gotta bring up what I just saw. You gotta analyze the situation. I gotta bring it up to the player, right? If he brings me a hand tossed salad, no pun intended. First I gotta say, hey, Sean, what are you doing over here? I just saw you take a piss. Heard you take a piss. Didn't hear the sink running. What's up with that? Wash your hands or no? Did you wash your hands in the kitchen? What are you doing here? And if I'm eating this salad, I gotta know.
Yeah,
is there dick in this salad?
With your stanky piss hands.
Yeah, exactly. Is there dick in this salad or not? You gotta let me know. And if he assures me that he washed his hands in any sort of way or did something with a towel or anything,
even a sprinkle,
I gotta respect his word on it. Even though the person that we're using for this example, not the best person for that example, but still gotta take his word for it. And I just got to eat that salad. No pun intended.
All right, so Brian's going to give him 3 games because he didn't know he was doing wrong by not washing his hands. How you know you're not doing wrong by not washing your hands?
I'm pretty sure
for everybody. You know what you're doing.
It's like a universal rule. You got to wash your hands or do like anything, like rub them against your shirt or something after you take a piss.
I like Tusk here. He doesn't play any bullshit. He goes, 5 weeks. Done. Tusk is a man of straightforward knowledge, all right? He goes 5 weeks, no less, no more.
I'm with Brian. 3-game suspension with 2 weeks of mandatory course action on how to wash your hands after you piss.
See, I think I'm going to go the route where, like, he has to eat a Grundle sandwich.
Oh, my God.
So, like, if you're not going to wash your hands before you prepare my meal, I'm going to take your wheat bread, I'm going to wipe my Grundle with it, and I'm going to make you a nice peppy and salami Sammy with a nice little pepper jack cheese, maybe a little hot mustard. But one of those
then he'll say, the sandwich is a little extra salty today.
Yeah, but one of those pieces of bread is going to have some Grundle on it.
A little extra cheese, if you know what I mean.
And then we're back to an even playing field.
Oh my God.
All right, so I got another one for you. Deshaun Watson walking his dog downtown Cleveland. Say, hey, Deshaun, what's happening, man? Hey, not too much, just taking the dog for a walk. Dog takes a shit, walks away from it, doesn't pick it up.
On the sidewalk?
I mean anywhere.
Yeah, I guess anywhere. Yeah.
Anywhere in downtown Cleveland. Dog takes a shit, doesn't pick it up, walks away. How many games suspension we talking? What kind of punishment are we enforcing on him?
So this one, I'm being a lot tougher on this one. Okay, from a guy who's had 3 dogs throughout his whole life.
Pup.
Yeah, 3 dogs throughout his life. I hate stepping in dog shit. It's not a fun situation. You ruin your shoes. You got to wash them off, and you're smelling more dog shit. 2-year suspension with a fine.
2-year suspension.
Hefty fucking fine, bro. $250K fine. 2-year suspension. Non-negotiable. You can't get your way out of that. Pick up your dog shit immediately. You don't own the streets. It's not your sidewalk. It's not your grass. It's all public grass. Pick up your dog shit. Move on with your life. If not, banhammer. 2 years, $250K fine. It's straight and simple to the point.
So
can't deal with it.
I think what I want for this one is I want a fresh like Doberman shit, right? Nice steamy guy.
You know the difference, huh?
Oh yeah, dude. I want Deshaun Watson to step in that thing in flip flops, and whatever happens, and then that'll be your sentence, you know.
Oh, so you're just like an eye for an eye kind of guy.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're gonna step in it, I want you to step in it in flip flops so you get the full experience.
I thought we were doing a more professional stance on
when
this.
Have we ever been professional on this podcast?
Every goddamn day. Are you kidding me? We're professional as fuck over here.
Okay. Time out. Tusk, fuck your couch, all right? I'm so close.
God damn it, Tusk. That was too good.
I'm so close to timing Tusk out.
Oh my god, that was too good. Holy shit.
Don't you endorse him?
Come on, it's funny. It's funny and it's true.
Yeah, it's true until the next year where you guys have fucking Trubisky and tiny hands at quarterback. So don't you worry, Tusk. The revenge will be coming soon. You can laugh about it while you can. All right, I got.
That was good, Tusk. That was way too good.
I got 3 more for you. We'll kind of go a little rapid fire here because I know we're dragging on in this segment, but I am enjoying this. Not gonna lie to you,
it is fun.
All right, so homeboy puts Bengay in your jockstrap before you put it on.
Bengay?
Yeah, it's gonna burn your balls up, buddy.
Oh yeah, that's.
I gotta go rocket bats, by the way. All right, give your explanation. I'll be right back.
Wait, so put Bengay in my jockstrap, dude? You got to go eye for an eye with that one at the very least. You just go straight back at it. Put some talcum powder. No, put some fucking, what is that shit called? The itching powder. Put it in his drawers. Just straight up the butt. Put it in the backside of the drawers. Make his asshole itch for a couple hours. He just doesn't know why. Got to do that. Tusk, I can't get over how good that comment was. Oh my god, it was so funny. Carl's over here just bursting blood vessels left and right. Oh god. We are talking about football, Brian. Carl's on a tangent with this game show questions.
Damn, bro, that was such a nice piss.
Yeah, you skyrocketed that one.
Oh, dude. Also, like, I don't know if you took physics or not, but, like, the longer the length, the higher the velocity.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that piss is flying out of me.
Had to get the grip handles for that one.
Yeah, dude.
But to long story short, my question is eye for an eye for that one, or I guess my answer for that one, eye for an eye, but instead of that, I'm going to go like the itching powder straight on his underwear / drawers. And it has to be on the backside too, because you got to get an itchy ass crack after that.
So what's the suspension, or like what's the why did my screen just do this shit? Hello?
Carl?
Buddy?
You broke up.
Guy?
Carl!
Oh, I
can't hear you.
Hello?
Hello? You broke up for a second.
I muted something. I don't know how that happened.
Nice. I didn't hear anything in the last 10 seconds.
You hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Well, what is that fucking phone commercial? You hear me now?
Yeah, you hear me now? In the mountains, you hear me now?
What phone commercial was that?
Was that Verizon or AT&T or Sprint? I don't know, one of those phone companies. Yeah.
Anyways, where were we? I think I had two more props for you, and then we'll move on to like more sports news. Or maybe I'll just cut it here.
Up to you.
No, I gotta do these next two. I enjoy both of these. All right.
Okay.
All right. Friend sends you an explicit message on Xbox. You report his account. How many game suspension?
0 game suspension because it's bullshit that people cry over Xbox messages. I'm an old school gamer. I could take the shit.
No, I'm saying like whoever the reporter was.
Oh, 1 hour suspension from sending Xbox
I'm saying
messages.
If I get suspended a week, you have to do 4 times that.
What?
Yeah, I've gotten suspended from Xbox communications for a week for like not even a bad message.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
So that guy gets a month.
Oh yeah,
for being a fucking cunt.
for being soft as hell, soft as table butter.
All right, and I got a last one for you that just hits so home.
Oh my god!
What's the suspension for leaving the podcast?
Exile, shame. You know, like in the Game of Thrones scene when Queen Cersei's walking down the streets, and everyone's just yelling shame at her and like throwing shit and everything. And then like a rock or two gets thrown at her and everything. Same exact situation. Gotta walk down the streets naked. Get people yelling shame at you. Person's ringing a bell. Maybe a little bit of shit gets thrown at you. Maybe a tomato, some lettuce. Like not like a big rock. Maybe like a couple pebbles. Get some bruises and cuts on you. That seems like an appropriate response.
I think we need to get like that scene out of Game of Thrones. So just put Brent's face on it.
Just like a really crappily photoshopped of his face going down it.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
That'll be good.
That'll be like, so a little teaser here, guys. I think Brent actually is going to be joining us for episode 50, which will be 2 weeks from now because we're going to do Hidden Gems next week. But I think we should show that at the beginning of the podcast if we can.
Ooh, baby.
That'd be ideal.
If we know how to do it, I'd be down.
All right, so we do have some actual sports news that we're going to cover here before we close up for tonight. So we did have in the NHL, the Avalanche did win the Stanley Cup, finishing out in Game 6, closing the series at 4-2 against the Tampa Bay Lightning, preventing the Tampa Bay Lightning from winning their third consecutive, I believe.
Yeah, they're back-to-back champions.
Yeah, so we just want to talk about one of the players on the Avalanche, specifically Nathan MacKinnon and his journey to the Stanley Cup. Fish, would you provide us with a little insight, my guy?
Yeah, so Nathan MacKinnon is the superstar for this final series. He is their 26-year-old, player and everything, and he had a goal and assist for Game 6 to win 2-1 against Tampa Bay to earn their championship, their first championship since 2001, which is pretty wild to think about. Yeah, it's definitely been a minute.
Not as long as Cleveland, but
yeah, not as long as Cleveland. Still very impressive. Yeah, that was like after defeating Tampa Bay, which were back-to-back Stanley Cup champions. And MacKinnon scored 13 goals and had 24 points in the playoff, which is, I'm not a big NFL or NHL kind of guy, but that seems pretty damn impressive for the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, if you're contributing to 24 points within a 6-game series, or that's in the playoffs in total, but I mean, either way, like, nutty. Mm-hmm. Nutty, buddy.
Yeah, and one of the quotes I got from him, when asked after he won the game, he's like, "It's crazy how they went back to back." MacKinnon said, "I might get fat as shit right now, so I don't know if we're going back to back, but I'm going to enjoy it for sure."
And that is just like such a vibe, man. I enjoy. Yeah. Like, I feel like that's one of the things about hockey is like these guys are just mooses. They're like just like normal ass people. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, and his teammate said he's just like a hyper competitive person. He's pretty much serious all the time, but when he was lifting up that cup, he was just all smiles for that day. So after seeing them win, I watched Game 5 with Brian, which was a really good game.
I actually watched Game 5 as well.
Yeah, Game 5 was dope. But like when I was watching Game 5, I had that stat in the back of my mind that you brought up, like, I don't know, like 3 weeks ago, where like this was during the NBA Finals when whichever team wins Game 5 has an 80% chance of winning Game 6 and basically taking the series as a whole. And this stat, it just still proves right to this day for whatever sport. So I thought that was pretty cool to think about.
Yeah, no matter what the sport, 3-1 comeback is something monumentous to overcome. And thank God we have the greatest of all time basketball player in LeBron James that was able to do that for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Oh, yeah.
All you
left.
All you Jordan fans can suck me dry.
True.
On that note, we do have 2 title fights this weekend in the UFC. As you know, I'm not a crazy UFC guy, but I do love a nice fight. And we have one of my boys fighting this weekend, Israel Adesanya. He's actually fighting.
Ooh, baby.
He's actually fighting his boy, Alexander Volkanovski. What do you think? That was pretty good, huh? Not bad.
Are you sure? Wait, are you sure it's Alexander? I thought it was Jared Cannonier.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Wait, let me bring it up real quick. Right here. Adesanya versus Cannonier for the middleweight championship, the main event, title fight, baby.
Gotcha. So, as I was trying to express before, both these guys are on the main card this Saturday.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping for them both to get a dub. I have been known to talk on a podcast beforehand. I am an avid fan of Israel Adesanya. I am excited to see him fight again. I believe he's actually favored in this fight. So come Saturday, I'd love to see him. But
yeah,
Izzy, as he's well known, talked about Alex and how his come up has come along, and how their friendship has grown over the years. So Alex actually was a very avid fan of Izzy for a while. Their first meeting having been at a different fighting event, but eventually they met up again in City Kickboxing.
Okay.
Where their relationship grew, and they grew to admire each other. Actually, one of the things that they said in a recent interview is how they admired each other's fighting style. And now Alex is going to be on this card this weekend. And it's just kind of like come full circle, right?
Yeah.
So thankfully they don't have to fight each other this weekend, but they are on the same card. It's kind of come full circle, as I mentioned. But
right.
What I wanted to stem off of this was, before we kind of cover the UFC in more detail, if you had to fight one friend, who would it be? And I want to hear your rationale behind it. So I think I would take the most competitive fight, is how I'm looking at it. Do you want me to go first?
I don't want to fight any of you motherfuckers, okay?
Just out of respect, bro. Just like out of respect is how I want to go about it, you know?
I'd have to fight Brian, because I know there's a lot of pent-up anger over the years between the two of us. I'd probably lose, but yeah, I'm definitely getting a few shots in, maybe a couple dirty shots in. I wouldn't care.
So are you taking Brian down or no?
I'm going to try my hardest, but Brian's a freak of nature. He's taller than me. He's got a longer reach.
Don't call him a freak of nature. Sure. He's a bitch.
Well, I'm not saying freak of nature in a good way. He's just an anomaly in itself. So I'd have to fight him. Don't know if I'd win, but I'm definitely getting some good licks in before I go down. That's for sure.
So if I had to challenge somebody for the belt, I want Turk.
Oh my God. Wow.
Would that not be the most monumentous fight you've ever seen?
That would be a sick fight. I'm not going to lie.
So
Turk is like a Greek god, and then you're just a Cleveland scrapper. So
Turk, state champion wrestler.
Yeah.
I'd have to stay on my feet. I'd have to brawl with him up top. I probably lose, but I would die in the octagon. You know,
yeah, if I was gonna say, if it was boxing, you might stand a chance, but UFC, he's grappling your ass down to the mat all day long.
Yeah, Brian even said, he goes, Turk is stiff. He's gonna get you on the ground and you're fucked. But I'm not going on the ground. That's the thing. In my training for this fight, right? I'm gonna learn how to body that, and then I'm gonna stay up top with him. I'm a little more
And
agile.
he's gonna train to counter that. So what are you gonna do for that, huh?
I'm a body that jaw, bro. His skinny bitch ass can't take a good punch.
He's got a glass jaw. So what is that? What you're saying?
Yeah, I'm gonna pop that bitch. That's my boy though. But like, I like talking hypotheticals, and probably everybody that's listening to the podcast has no idea what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, dude, Turk and I would be a nice fight. Like if he got me in the ground, like Brian said, he'd probably like bend me one way. I'm so inflexible that I'd be like, you know. But if I could keep
you might
him
hurt
up,
your back again.
right? If I could keep him up top, I might have a chance because, you know, your boy can move when his back's all right.
This is only when we're in tip-top condition, too.
Yeah, tip-toppity, no doubty. Speaking of tip-top, Gronk retired again. Did you see that?
No, what? No, he didn't. Shut up.
He did. Gronkowski retired again from the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So we can expect to see him back like week 16, right before the playoffs.
Yeah, somewhere along the lines like that. He's just got to do some more, some summer partying.
Hey, my guy, but we're kind of pushing in on our time limit here. You know, the sponsors only let us go for so long. All the sponsors we have for the podcast. If you want to get your voice out, you know, about like whatever you're doing, podcast is a good place for it. We just have so many people following this that you know, it's a good place to advertise it.
So many sponsors too. We can't keep track of all.
So
of them.
many, dude. I'm just raking so much dough. It's just like stuck in every.
I just bought a Corvette the other day.
Yeah. I bought 2 pieces of bubble gum. Oh my god.
Oh my god, dude. Those Twitch payouts are huge.
Bro, I like ran up on this bitch in the mall. I was like, yo, I got
some Hubba Bubba. Oh my god, that's the good stuff.
I was like, bitch, I got 2 pieces of Hubba Bubba. What you want?
Feeling those beers again, aren't you, Carl?
No, I'm just vibing, man.
Hell yeah.
This is full energy, a little bit of a buzz, Smalls. You know,
a little bit of buzz. I'm actually feeling pretty good
about it. But all right, man. Well, let's close it up. What do you think? We're at about an hour 10 right now. That's about our time.
Yep.
All right. Well, everyone that was in here, as always, very much appreciated. We feed off of your live energy during the podcast. I was not going to allow myself to be a bitch again like last week. This is episode 40 now. We're closing in on 50, goddammit.
Stay tuned. Not for next week, but the week after next week for episode 50. Going to be a special one.
Absolutely. So we got episode 2 of When Worlds are... Oh, lordy. Episode 2 of Hidden Gems next week. And then episode 50. 50, fam. We've had 50 of them. Of When Worlds Collide 2 weeks out from now. As always, guys, you can find us on Spotify, YouTube, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts. Your subscriptions, which are free, basically like follows, are very much appreciated on all those platforms. Please continue to support us there. This is something we love doing. We want to continue to do it. We need to see growth. So please be part of that growth. And that's episode 49, guys.
Till next week. Later. Cheers.
Cheers, buddy.